It looks like we are finally due an update on Dying Light 2, a game that a lot of people are excited about. Unfortunately has gone MIA for a little while. Some people thought that it was in development hell. Well, they cleared it up on Twitter that they are in fact not in development hell. We'll talk about that, and I'll give you guys my opinion on that. And Ninja Gaiden, the Master Collection, gets some details. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But Dying Light 2 developer update is set for March 17th, first official update on the sequel in over a year. Users can join the Dying Light Discord channel to see it first, but Techland will share a developer update for Dying Light 2 on March 17th, the company has officially announced. It'll be interesting to see what the progress of the game is. Is it still going to be a PlayStation 4 X1 PC title? Is it going to transition into a PS5 Xbox Series title? That'll be interesting, given that Dying Light 1 was a game that definitely was a visual, it was a beautiful game to look at, especially on PC, where you can max it out and everything like that. And I imagine that Dying Light 2 would benefit from the additional horsepower the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X could offer. Nevertheless, it'll just be exciting seeing the game once again. Also, the Dying Light official Twitter account cleared it up, and I found this tweet very interesting. Somebody thought the game was in dev hell or something like that, and Dying Light's official Twitter account notes, "As far as I know, the definition of a dev hell requires the game to not make any development progress. While Dying Light 2 keeps moving forward, we announced the game too early, but it's far from being in a dev hell." Hopefully that's something a lot of other studios will pick up on. Now, I've given a lot of studios a pass just because we're in this COVID era, and honestly, like, video game delays is one of the last things people should really be worried about, but it's just stuff like God of War being announced last year, and we got a logo for the game, and the game is supposedly coming out in 2021. I don't know, maybe it'll be out in 2021. However, I just read a statement saying that God of War will be ready when it's ready, whatever. And I just find it very hard to believe that the game is going to be out in 21. I mean, Ratchet is in June, and then yeah, it's just, there's been so many games getting delayed that I think it's best to keep a lot of your cards close to the vest and then announce games when they're ready. Like, what is the point of announcing a game, a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years in advance when you know that it's not going to be coming out for a very long time? Sometimes it's cool to see these games, but sometimes, why did we need to see a God of War Ragnarok logo and then be told that it was coming in 2021? Even if it does hit 2021, what did that even serve? Did it help sell more PlayStation 5s? Everybody knew the game was coming, but now you're getting people talking and having this expectation that it's a 21 title, and there's a chance that it might not be 21. Look, I'm sure that game is going to be tremendous, and it's just not a God of War thing. It's a lot of games that just, announce a release window, and then everybody and their mother kind of knows that, okay, very, very cautious on whether or not we're going to believe that release window, and then it gets delayed again. Now, again, we are in this COVID era where you kind of have to take everything, piece by piece, but I feel like that's reason to keep more cards close to the vest than anything else. I know sometimes people are desperate for new information, getting release windows and things like that, but again, I think it's better to just have things closer to the vest instead of, in the case of a lot of the times, people getting disappointed over delays when that is just going to be a reality in game development, and not just don't announce a game until you're really, really sure that a game's going to hit. It's just like, especially times when games like hold events to announce the release date, like a Last of Us Part 2, holding that event that was supposed to be this big info drop, dropping the release date, and then a month later it gets delayed anyway, or Final Fantasy 15 doing a big event to announce the release date, and then that game gets delayed anyway. Like, at that point, things get a little bit humorous to me, or Cyberpunk 2077 being delayed all that many times, and then needlessly having crazy expectations, and we know how the story unfolded with that. Kind of unavoidable at times, but I do think there are steps to be taken to make things, go a little bit better. I do think Dying Light was one of those games that they had planned for the game to make progress a bit quicker, and maybe the game was already scheduled to be out by now. Maybe COVID threw it for a spin. Whatever the case may be, I just think it happens quite a lot, especially those Square Enix JRPGs, boy. Maybe sometimes they shouldn't be announced that early, but hey, with FF16, it does look like they announced it at a time frame where it's going to be out relatively quickly. But tangent aside, I do want to quickly talk about the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. There will be a deluxe edition that'll be out on June 10th. The release and screenshots for the game were leaked through to the Microsoft Store. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection Deluxe Edition is a collection of the first 3 Ninja Gaiden games, and of course the Deluxe Edition will include some additional items. The game is going to support 60 frames per second at 4K, so that's going to be really nice. I'm very excited to play this myself. It is Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1 and 2. A lot of people wanted Ninja Gaiden 2, the base game on the that was released on the Xbox 360 at Ninja Gaiden. I don't think it's the end of the world. I still enjoyed Sigma 1 and 2. Maybe it's because my first foray into Ninja Gaiden was playing Sigma, and then I went and played Ninja Gaiden Black after that, but you guys get the idea. Sigma 2, I really enjoyed. I think Ninja Gaiden is just fantastic, and I think it's a franchise with a lot of legs to it. I think a Ninja Gaiden 4 could do really well from a commercial standpoint, and I think, again, there's a lot of legs to the franchise, and I think the sales of this collection is going to prove that there's a lot of clamoring for more Ninja Gaiden content, and the fact of the matter is it's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch, so you're going to have all the avenues you want to access the game, and I think it's going to perform really, really well. But that's going to wrap up this one. Again, Dying Light 2 developer update set for March 17th. Excited to see more about the game. I think that is going to be something that excites a lot of people. And Ninja Gaiden, the Master Collection Deluxe Edition release date and screenshots have been leaked. You can check that out. Very excited for that collection as well. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.